Welcome everyone back to the WrestleSpin podcast, and today we are doing our predictions and preview show for WrestleMania 31. It's Nintendogen64 here with
Crystallized fissure. Crystal fissure.
Mhm.
Welcome. This is well timed by us, I will say, because we were going to do this yesterday. We didn't, and for good reason now, due to what much of this podcast will probably at least somewhat revolve around. Being today, the day, what's the day today? Anyway, it happened the day before, but 26th or something like that. So yeah, take it away. Let's get straight into it.
Well, look, WrestleMania 31 is the very first WrestleMania to not feature a main event, believe it or not. And now this is obviously a sarcastic, snarky comment by myself because the main event's supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, but fuck that shit. That is as far away from being a main event as I think I've ever seen from any WrestleMania. Let me tell you something, brother. WrestleMania 11, Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor was more of a main event.
Yes.
And you know, it goes to show you that a WrestleMania that has a strong... I think this was a strong card, don't get me wrong. There's a few good matches in here that have been built up well and I'm sort of looking forward to. But if you don't have a clear main event, you don't have a clear point of your show, then I don't care, because at the end of the day, that's what I think really sells a show and really drives home what the Mania is supposed to be. Like last year, the whole Daniel Bryan story and how he ascended to the top, and the potential main event that he was going to be in the triple threat match, they really got me sort of invested in that show. And you know, years prior, you know, the first John Cena versus The Rock, I was actually quite interested in because that had a year of build. Now, obviously, Brock Lesnar beats the streak at WrestleMania 30. And in the meantime, they were supposed to be building up Roman Reigns as this young, hungry challenger to Brock Lesnar who would take the title off him, and the fans would love it, and Brock Lesnar, the evil monster, would have been finally dethroned. But that ain't happening anymore because Roman Reigns is the coldest person to ever be put in the main event, I think, i.e., no one gives a shit about him. Even the casual fans have started joining in on the boos. And given his reaction at that horrible tug-of-war segment from last week's Raw, Roman Reigns, if he wins at WrestleMania, is going to get a horrible reaction the following night.
And it's not even that Cena level reaction where it's overwhelmingly negative a lot of the time. There's this glimmer of kind of young fans in there, and the women and men, and not everyone, not, you know, but it's not even the Cena level reaction, because it's met with boos or just complete apathy. Like the week before, if you watch what's going on there, it's complete apathy. There's this small pop for the Shield and, you know, music basically. There's a bit of a cheer here and there. There's a cheer for the spear. Everything else is either apathetic or they're booing. And it's not the good type of boos. It's not the love me or hate me, I'm here to perform every week. It's the fuck you boos. Like, it's the genuine, like, you are just not ready. We do not want to see you right now. And I don't think anyone would be upset if Roman Reigns even had a singles match on this card, because he probably deserves it. But again, it comes down to the fact that this is the main event of WrestleMania 31. This is essentially the result. Who conquered the streak last year? Who wins this? What does that mean for the streak? What does that mean for the future of the company? Is Roman Reigns the guy that should be in that spot? Absolutely not. It's not even funny.
You know what, right? Until this match had nothing going for it, zero going for it, until we got the news that Brock Lesnar had re-signed with WWE, had signed a multi-year contract with them. But, you know, in this journalist's opinion, quote-unquote journalist, Brock Lesnar signing a deal with WWE to continue, you know, being under contract with them for the next, you know, couple of years, I think is a way of throwing the audience off, because judging by, you know, Fastlane, judging by the Royal Rumble, judging by, you know, the way this has been going, Vince McMahon is going to get his way, I think, and he is going. Roman Reigns is going to go over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It's been a stubborn point, I think, ever since he beat Daniel Bryan at Fastlane. I think that was their moment to sort of switch it up a bit. I think that was their time to say, well, if we go with Roman here, we're going with him all the way. And and in my opinion, I think that Brock Lesnar being announced as having re-signed with them, I think if Brock Lesnar was going to retain here, they wouldn't have said anything about that. I think it would have been a shock. Oh my God, Brock Lesnar!
Exactly.
What happens? Is he going to go to UFC? But now that they've announced it, I think Roman's definitely going over here.
Yeah, and this is where I think it takes a bit of mental kind of. To be honest, I think I'm not going to insult every wrestling fan who doesn't agree with us, but I think that there is a bit of a mental game there where you think, oh, he's re-signing. Of course he's going to win. But that would negate. Now, the build is shit, but it would still negate everything they built for. And a part of me thinks that they almost have to go through with that. Because the thing is, yes, okay, sure. Brock would get a face reaction for defeating Reigns, right? Everyone knows that he get a huge face pop. People want him to win, but you got to think about it in terms of the storyline. Brock is technically the heel, and the heel rarely goes over at Mania. Firstly, and then secondly, the heel. Think about what he did to the Undertaker, brutalized, victimized the Undertaker. In terms of storyline, it almost doesn't make sense if Brock wins.
No, it doesn't at all.
Forget like the fact that he's popular, everyone likes him, he's got he's great, he's dominant. It doesn't actually make sense because then you look at it and you go, well, okay, on the one hand, Reigns winning is shite, but on the other hand, what about the Royal Rumble? What about Fastlane? Bryan didn't die for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, think about what it means if Lesnar actually wins. It takes away build from a new star. Like even though Reigns, again, I do not like him. He almost has to win at this point because it means that everything that has been built up is pointless. And again, even though I don't like him, it just would not. He almost has to win. Like I can't repeat that enough. It's actually that's how bad they've got it. Where it's like either way, whoever wins, I'm disappointed.
Exactly, precisely. And maybe if they didn't announce Lesnar had re-signed and then he does go over, like if that was a mere possibility of happening, then that way it would be a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I would say that I'd put it from what is a 0 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10 or 2.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, holy shit, Lesnar won. I did not expect that. It would be like the same type of thing as WrestleMania last year. Think about this, right? At this point, Lesnar beating Roman Reigns would almost be it wouldn't be as shocking, but it would be a shock at this point if Lesnar wins. And think about this, right? Lesnar's supposed to be built up as the ultimate badass, the guy who Beast, right? He beats Undertaker's streak. He beats John Cena. He beats John Cena again. He beats Seth Rollins. And then, you're thinking, oh my God, no one can beat this guy. But we all know that Roman Reigns is winning. Therefore, Lesnar winning would be a shock, even though storyline says that it really shouldn't be a shock. It's funny how these things work in wrestling.
And what's worse is how everyone thinks that WWE has actually planned it this way to work us entirely. No. Like, as in, like, genius. They've done this contract thing at the last second. Like, no.
That's clearly... They should not have announced that he had resigned. That was a horrible move. Because think about this. If they had not have announced it, then there would be even less unpredictability. As it's going, there's total predictability here. Predictability. I would be very confident in betting my firstborn son. Actually, no, I wouldn't say that. But I would be very confident in betting something that Roman Reigns would go over here, and he would go over clean. By the way.
Yeah, I think clean. Yeah, I think clean.
Very Superman punch followed by a spear followed by 1, 2, 3. That's what's happening.
Maybe he'll take 2 spears. Maybe because it's Lesnar, but
maybe he'll get out of like the F5 or something. Like he'll just break out of the F5, like. Or maybe he'll kick out at 2 of the F5.
Break out of the F5. Oh, like when he's up there.
Yeah, when he's up there, he'll fall out of the F5. No, actually, no. I guarantee you this will be the finish of the match. Brock Lesnar will get him up for the F5. He'll sort of get off the F5. He'll push Brock into the ropes. Superman punch him, right? Mm-hmm. Get into the corner. Do the spear. It's over. 1, 2, 3. He wins.
New champion.
That's how it's going to go down.
And now let's actually talk about the dynamic in the match. Mm-hmm. So you got Brock going in as the ultimate face, huge pop for his entrance.
Yep.
You've got Roman Reigns. If the mixed crowd of LA is going to tell you anything. Now, LA cheered for Hulk Hogan. LA cheered for Snoop Dogg.
I don't care if
They're
they
not
cheer for Hulk Hogan.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying that they're not just smarky. Like they're a normal crowd, and they were booing the shit out of Reigns.
Yeah,
So
it's an interesting, and maybe because it's open air stadium, like the reactions will be quieter.
oh, it's gonna be I tell you, if they had the venue last year, if they had the Superdome, brother, then it would be way worse for them. They've actually got this incredible. The way they can mic this arena is they can basically eliminate a lot of the reaction. But you can't take away the fan videos that will come out. You can't take away, what there will be. There'll still be a reaction. But basically, they have protected themselves very well. And the fact that they have to go to such a length to protect themselves shows that he's not ready to be the next top face.
I mean, you know what really got me this week on Raw? What was that? This was the first time Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns have been seen in the same ring since Royal Rumble, since the night after Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's right. Which was pre-taped anyway.
That's like 3 months of like them not even being there together. Basically, all that's happened is Brock Lesnar has not cut a single promo. It's been always, Paul Heyman, which I'm fine with Paul Heyman cutting all his promos. I think it works well that way. So Paul Heyman has just come out and said all these things. Roman Reigns has said, I can, I will, just knocked my headset off my head somehow. Anyway, yeah, those kind of things. So it's like, there's no story here. They haven't even bothered to themselves say that, Roman Reigns is a hungry underdog. He's a hungry young guy. He's going to take down the big beast and the unstoppable force. They've not even really mentioned this at all. What has the story been? Oh, Brock Lesnar's going to walk out with the title.
Yeah, his contract's going out, but you know what? He's going to win. He's going to take it hostage. That's kind of what
that was the storyline. That was pretty much the only.
The storyline was based on a real life event.
It was very much reminiscent of Money in the Bank 2011.
Except nowhere near the level of intensity of that. Like people knew
that up actually. I think if I was but see, that's the thing. They didn't know they were going to get him back. I would have made sure early on to get him signed up again, very early on, and then I would have played that whole thing. Milked that for what it was worth, and then
I think so.
Like that would have been the great way of doing it, where it's. Because, I mean, face it, the focus being on Brock Lesnar is fine, You can focus on him because he's the champion. Roman Reigns just being the Royal Rumble winner and being number one contender and being the token challenger, just being the guy that happens to be in that situation, that would have been okay with me, to be honest. I don't think the story had to be between the two of them. I think what really should have been highlighted was Brock Lesnar being this guy who was going to walk out with the title, and then maybe Roman Reigns saying, well, I'm here for the fans, and I have integrity, and I can't stand you to see you come and take this out. I've got my family's lineage is with this company, and that belt represents everything that we all strive to achieve. Therefore, I'm not going to let you take it out, and blah blah blah. There's a story. I came up with that literally here and now. Okay. And they've done nothing with it at all, and it's just something that really just peeves me off. But whatever, it is what it is. Brock Lesnar will lose this Sunday to Roman Reigns, in my opinion.
He will, in a pretty average match, I feel.
Nothing special, and it'll just be, Goldberg. No, it won't be Goldberg Brock Lesnar levels, because now Lesnar's not leaving. He won't put in a horrible performance, but the guy can go, and that's something I quite like.
He can go. But everyone, a lot of veterans have said, and people have said that Brock doesn't really lead a match.
No,
he's more like the guy that kind of works off someone. And Reigns, everyone was saying, but Reigns actually has ability. He had a good match against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan could have a good match against a PS3 controller. I'm just looking at stuff. He could have a good match. That piano over there. Daniel Bryan could have a good match with anyone.
Oh, that's true.
So Bryan carried the Fastlane match. So to me. Yeah, it pretty much, having a good match against Bryan doesn't mean anything.
I don't even care if the match is, not a technical masterpiece.
No, neither.
If it's intense, if there's, some level of intensity, if it has a big fight feel. Hogan-André was nothing special, but it felt, huge.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing. This match doesn't feel big at all. It just feels like a throwaway match. And that's a thing to say when I think Brock Lesnar has been built up quite well.
Yeah.
I'll say that half of this match has been built up well,
Yeah.
but the other half hasn't. Anyway, look, let's talk about other matches because let's not divert.
We'll go to the pre-show.
Well, you go to the pre-show, yeah. So that's the tag team champions Tyson Kidd and Cesaro taking on Los Matadors, the New Day, and the Usos in the other fatal four.
It really should be a tornado tag, not a fatal 4-way tag team match. Isn't that just like some bullshit where they have like only 2 people in the ring at once?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
terrible idea.
I don't care that much. I feel bad for Cesaro. This is like the second year in a row he's going to get a pre-show match in the tag team match.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this is their go-to sort of match thing. I'm pretty sure if I go back through the annals of like pre-shows, I know at WrestleMania 30 they had another fatal 4-way tag match. Except last year's one was an elimination tag match.
And not only that was when Cesaro technically turned face.
Pretty much
during that match, he like betrayed the Swagger.
Sort of, yeah.
That's why he got like a big reaction at the end as well, because it's like he kind of turned around the crowd a little bit.
Believe it or not, this is this is Tyson Kidd, the Usos, and Primo and Epicos. The second time being in a pre-show tag team match for the tag team titles. I'll bring this up. WrestleMania 28. I'm looking at this now. Primo and Epico went in as the champions, so those Los Matadors. Mm-hmm. They defeated Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd and the Usos in a pre-show tag match. And now, I'm pretty sure as well, the Usos now have been in 3 pre-show tag matches. I think they were in last year's one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's horrendous. I feel so bad for the Usos actually, because they were actually quite an entertaining tag team this year, and they deserve probably a bit more than what they have. And
yet at the same time, they're so overexposed. Having them in a tag match again for the titles would be a bit of a waste.
Oh god. Oh, okay. No, this is funny as well. Like, so this is Cesaro's second year being in a pre-show tag match, the Usos' third year, and Los Matadors' third year.
Jesus.
I think that is crazy.
And then 1 year Cesaro was left off the thing, and like Punk was upset about it and stuff.
Probably. I mean, who cares?
Like Cesaro was left.
I'm not saying who cares about Cesaro. I'm just saying who cares about this match. I hope Tyson Kidd and Cesaro win. But if I was a betting man, I'd probably say the Usos are going to win.
Yeah, I'd say
just because I think they want to just start.
Just because this is McMahon Mania. This is not WrestleMania. This is what McMahon wants. Like that's the whole theme of this. You'll see later on is McMahon. By the way, last year Swagger put Cesaro in the Patriot lock, and then Swagger put Swagger in the Cesaro in the Giant Swing. So we did turn face.
This is McMania probably.
This is McMania. Yeah.
But yeah, no, fuck this match and whatever. Uso is probably gonna win.
I hope it's good, but we'll see.
André the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Now this is something I think there's an individual storyline in this match that I'm quite looking forward to, and that's obviously the Damien Mizdow versus the Miz.
You mean it's not about Zack Ryder and Adam Rose? What?
Not really, actually. I mean,
what? No, they haven't even had a feud on the main roster. But yeah, I agree. I think it is the Mizdow story. At one point, it could have been the Curtis Axel, or it could have even been something to do with Ryback or something like that. But I think they kind of just. Well, the Ryback, isn't that hilarious? Ryback was getting over huge. He was going to go into a feud thing with Rusev, and then all of a sudden Cena takes it away. What a lovely friend.
I would have preferred Rusev versus... I mean, obviously, I think Rusev versus Cena actually has some merit, and we'll get to that later. But, I think... Actually, I'll tell you what I think should happen in this match. If I was going to be a booker of this match, I would have... I would have Miz get eliminated somewhere towards the end, right? He would say, since Damien Mizdow is supposed to be
get out,
whatever, get out and let me back in, right? Mizdow would refuse to get out, and then I'd have the ending sequence be something where Ryback and Mizdow are together, and Miz eliminates Mizdow, and Ryback wins.
Hey. Sorry about that.
Okay, lovely stuff. But anyway, if you heard what I just said, I
did hear what you just said. Yeah,
I think Ryback should win this match. I think.
Now, would that turn Ryback heel?
Oh, not really. Okay, fine. How about this? How about Miz eliminates Mizdow early on, and then it comes down to Ryback and the Miz, and then Mizdow eliminates the Miz at the end, and Ryback wins. Yeah. I think it should come down to that.
Because I could see that. I would not have a problem with Ryback winning because he is getting tremendous reactions, actually. That Feed Me More chant does wonders. People love to chant that. I mean, you know, it's Americans. They love to eat, you know.
But no, seriously, I think Ryback's due. I think he's due. And I think, you know, he lost to Mark Henry at 29. Was he even in the Battle Royal? No, he was in the pre-show of WrestleMania 30.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I think this guy he deserves something, and I want to see him win this match.
I would not be upset if he won. I would not be upset if Axel won. I would not be upset if Ryder won. I would not
Adam
be upset.
Rose.
Adam Rose. Actually, the one good thing about this is that one good thing about these Memorial Battle Royals is, to me, if you ask me, I actually don't have a problem if anyone won. Literally, Kane. Except for Big Show and Kane are the only two. Big Show and Kane are basically the only two to win. And yet, I almost see as the final fuck you of the show.
Yeah.
Is it will be something like Big Show eliminates Eric Rowan to win the Battle Royal.
That would be
because I mean, think of that. Big Show was the last one last year.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Also, another thing to mention about this is we've got an NXT wrestler in this.
Well, that's gonna be good.
So the winner of the NXT.
Oh my God.
Okay, now just bear with me. Fucking hell! I hope Finn Balor wins this match and gets an entrance.
Listen, you beat me to it. I was going to say it. I'm going to say it anyway, even though I just repeated what you said.
Right, say it again.
If Finn Balor gets a main roster entrance
At WrestleMania,
I will film the reaction, and it will probably be the most I've marked out since Ryder won his US title.
Yep.
Okay? Now, that was enormous. I was topless. I was running around the house.
Ooh.
That would be incredible. What a way to, like, half debut a guy, right? At a WrestleMania, where, let's face it, is typically a smarkier audience, it will get a pop. It will get a pop. I promise you it will get a pop. It will not fall flat. It wouldn't get the pop of the night. No, because not everyone knows him. But honestly, anyone from NXT is going to get a pop.
Sami Zayn even. I would love Sami.
Sami Zayn will get a pop.
I'm actually really excited now to see who wins this tournament, and because only if they get an entrance, because I think they need an entrance.
I think they definitely need an entrance. In fact, I think obviously not all of them can get an entrance, but I feel like I would like to see an entrance of at least 5 of them. Because to me, it kind of couples them all into a group. I don't like that. Like, give me. Okay, obviously Miz and Mizdow will get an entrance because let's face it, the spotlight on this match is mostly focused on the Miz and Mizdow. Yeah, and the NXT guy, I would say it's about a 90% chance he doesn't win.
No, he won't win the match, obviously.
But it'll still be cool.
But like Big Show will eliminate him or something, or someone will eliminate him, and then the following night he'll probably have a match against them on Raw, and then we won't see him for a while. That seems to be like the way.
Oh, like kind of the Bo Dallas effect?
Yeah, probably the Bo Dallas effect or something like.
Although there are rumors that they want to get Balor up pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Balor's ready to come up, and I think the thing is, like, he was only obviously down there to get the WWE style of training.
Yeah, basically.
And
the thing is, he's probably, other than I'd say Steen and him are on a very similar level in the fact they've actually both worked for TV. So it's all good. Pro Wrestling Noah's a bit different. It's Japanese style. It's hardly Americanized at all.
Yeah.
And he also didn't know the language, so it is going to be harder for Hideo Itami.
He'll get there eventually.
He'll get there.
I've seen a lot of improvement in him lately.
Oh, and yeah, he's a great wrestler.
He's getting a lot of like just character to himself without like being like.
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, I'm happy with him. I'm happy with the way he's going. But compared to I keep calling him Steen. Compared to Owens and Balor, they both have training. They both won't be down there for too long.
And that's, you can tell that immediately just by the way they've been positioned in
the company
and NXT basically. Like they've just been both just parachuted into the top.
Like what's next for Balor after he loses to?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's when he comes up. And that's.
I think Neville will be up to soon too as well. He hasn't been seen for over a month now.
Something I just realized, and this probably adds more credence to Finn Balor being in this match, is that, think about it, he wrestles against Owens on next week's.
What's to say he doesn't get just destroyed and taken out?
What's to say, he won't win the match, but then is it? I'm pretty sure it's this week's.
It is this week. The title match is this week.
Yeah, exactly. So hypothetically, he loses the title match, which I'm pretty sure he does, and then he goes on to WrestleMania. Then he's basically filled all his obligations in NXT.
Yeah, because I think they've only taped. I think the taping ends now. NXT tapings, I think this is the last week. I think they taped either up to April, either next week or the week before. I think it's either this week or next week is the final taping. You know how they taped a heap in advance?
Yeah.
I think okay, so they actually okay, I'm just gonna quickly say so the next taping is so that the taping ends on the 8th of April. So there's about 3 more weeks of tapings, right? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty damn sure that I think all that happens, I think there's more Rhino stuff, and then let's have a look. Sorry, I just want to have a quick look. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no Balor.
Yeah.
I think Balor has one more title match, and then what's the word? Finn loses.
He's finished.
It is finished.
Yeah.
So I think that Balor could definitely come up.
That adds a lot of credence and weight behind the idea that he will. Let's face it. He's done a lot down there in such a short amount of time. I think it'll be him. Either him, Zayn, or Neville. It's one of those 3 guys. It's for sure.
Yeah.
Because those are the 3 most popular guys. Possibly Zayn. Most likely Neville, though. I think most likely Neville. Just because I think that's how they'll introduce him. Anyway, this is something. See, this is what I was saying. The main event is shit, but I'm quite interested in this match. This is just a fucking battle royal. But I love battle royals. I'm a sucker for battle royals. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck you, Smarks. I'm looking forward to the battle royal.
Yeah, to be honest, I've always loved battle royals. Every single battle royal ever, I love.
Yeah.
There's seriously not a single battle royal I don't like. I just love watching them. Watching people get thrown over the ropes is very entertaining. All I'm hoping is that they try and subtly, just for us, if they're gonna give the Smarks anything, develop a few storylines. Okay, you've got Mizdow and Miz. Have something like Eric Rowan, defeat Big Show or something like that. Give fucking Eric Rowan a break. That guy just jobs to them every week. It's disgraceful. What the fuck is the point of having him as a talent if Big Show just squashes him all the time? So yeah, have Eric Rowan do that. Make sure Ryder and Adam Rose fight each other for more than a minute. Mm-hmm. Don't let them be eliminated immediately. At the end of the day, sorry, Fandango, but you need to be the first one out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sin Cara, Slater, Henry, Connor, Victor. It sucks for them, but they have to be. I don't want let's not waste let's just give people a few quick stories. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't make it just a bunch of bullshit and have Ryder, eliminates him in 3 seconds. That's pointless. No one wants that. Is anyone going to pop for that? No. You might as well, so have a few stories, have Axel do something funny, maybe Curtis Axel Ryback, have something there. Mm-hmm. Maybe have Ryback eliminate Axel.
Have Axel do his Axelmania thing where he goes on about how he is still in the Royal Rumble match or something.
That's right. Yeah, he goes, and have this has the potential. I'm not going to say match of the night, but I'm going to say gimmick of the night / event of the night. They could really make this a special battle royal because it sucks that all of these guys don't have actual singles or tag matches, but they need to make sure that they actually give this an opportunity to kind of flourish and have a culmination of a few storylines, big or small, instead of just having it as just used to get Mizdow over, because that's pointless, because it's not long term.
Exactly.
But yeah. Next, I reckon let's do Randy Orton, Seth Rollins.
Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, a competently built up storyline that it could be a decent match. I think. If any match is going to open the night, I think this one will open it, to be honest. Mostly just because I think they want to sort of maybe tease the whole cashing in angle with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And I think if you open the show and have Randy Orton win this match, and then maybe like beat the shit out of Seth Rollins afterwards or something, or maybe have Seth Rollins win in like a slimy way, but then Randy Orton beats the shit out of him. And then I think you could sort of like maybe like say, oh, he's not going to cash in, or will he cash in, that kind of thing. You know? And then have the commentators talk about it, and maybe like revisit Seth Rollins or something. Maybe like have him like have a horrific injury or something, and then like he goes to like the back or something. He's like, oh well, his plans for cashing in tonight aren't going to happen. Or maybe have him open the show match with a promo saying that he will cash in tonight no matter what happens, and then have him get horribly injured or something. So it's like, oh well, he's not cashing in now. And then have him cash in at the end, or have him tease a cash in at the end or something.
Let's try and tell a story here that actually can save this event, because I am pretty much watching for Damage Control. Yeah. As in, like, just I want to see how miraculously bad it could possibly be. Like that's pretty much me.
What all the ideas I've just come up with, I think, would help tell a story of this event. If you start with a potential threat to the World Heavyweight Championship, open the show with that, and then have the match, you know, for the title at the end, and tease the Seth Rollins cash in, do the Seth Rollins cash in. I don't care. Just have something happen. Have something going on that I can sort of like understand and get invested in. Because, you know, I think that adds to a show. If you like I said last year, book a show within itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's not hard to do.
That always works. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Obviously, this match is a culmination of that Authority storyline that began like in 2013, basically. Like so ever since Randy Orton sort of joined the Authority at like SummerSlam last year, this has sort of been a faux sort of storyline that's been going on, where it's like sort of Seth Rollins is the current face of the Authority, and Randy Orton was the face of the WWE and the Authority, and then they all turned on him, but now he's back for vengeance and that kind of thing after Rollins took him out or something. You know, that's that kind of story. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't think it's anything special, but I think it's a perfectly fine mid-card singles match.
I agree.
And the thing about it is, it's just another thing that adds to this card. It's just like you know, I'll take the match away. I don't think you lose much, but have it in it. It's a fun little thing to have, I think. Yeah. There's not too much to say about it.
No. But yeah, solid, you know, it'd be a solid match. It'd be like CM Punk vs Randy Orton from 27, just a good match.
Yeah, exactly.
You know I mean? Like
nothing huge.
Nothing special, but a good match. Yeah, let's go to a real wasted opportunity, which I feel like is not having a Divas title match. Because as someone that's actually kind of like, I support the Divas and all that sort of stuff more than other people, I think it would be a perfect example to really start to push that give Divas a chance type thing by actually having a competent Divas match on the card. Yet they're doing a tag match, which they just have to do, because I bet you Brie, I don't want to be like too smarky, but I really just feel like probably Brie and Nikki, like, we had to get in the card together, you know, so they have like a fucking tag match, which will be crap. Do you know what I mean? By the way...
I love the way you said that, by the way. That's which will be crap.
It will be. That's just the reality. Like, and that's not saying that they're bad competitors, because I did watch their 12-minute match on Raw, and it was very good. But this is between Nikki and Paige. The crowd got hell into it. There was a bunch of near falls. They actually had an NXT level match there, right? But a tag match with probably 5 minutes? Nah. It's not going to be good, and it's a real waste of like the whole give Divas a chance thing, because it's kind of just like, yeah, I mean, okay, there's more Divas on the show, but yeah. Hey,
last year they gave all the Divas a chance.
You know, that was not a terrible match. That's the funny thing. It actually wasn't. It happened to be positioned between the most shocking event in sports entertainment history.
Sorry, it just happened to be right after the most shocking event that ever happened to anyone ever. But it was okay.
No, but you know, everyone got a spot in, which was nice. But so in a way, that one was better. You know, that one was better than this. This will just kind of be a bit meh. I don't think the crowd will be into it. I think it would just meh.
Is that the thing? If you're going to just have a few Divas, why not just go all the way and just throw them all in?
Yeah. Or make it a fucking fatal 4-way. Here's a way you could book it in 10 seconds. With the weeks coming back into WrestleMania, they finally acknowledge what happened. Brie, why did you forgive me so quickly? I didn't. bitch, hits her in the face. Then Paige and AJ get involved. AJ returns. You have a fatal 4-way for the title.
Or you could go this way. Oh, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella are facing off each other in the match because general manager. Oh wait, we don't have a general manager. Stephanie McMahon came out and said, "Well, you know what? Now this is going to be a fatal 4-way for the match for the title." And then it's like, well, will Brie Bella side with Nikki? Or will they go against each other? Oh, whose side is she on? At least.
But whose side is she on?
That's okay. Yeah. That's something. This match has nothing at all. Zero.
In fact, I would much rather if the match from Raw that just aired, literally just repeat that and have that the Divas match, because that was really damn good.
Yes. So, well, something. Give me I think my catchphrase should be "Give me something," because you're giving me nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's just, and talk about giving me nothing. Fucking hell, this Intercontinental Ladder match.
Oh god.
Oh my god. What the? This is no storyline. Nothing. This is literally people holding a title and running around doing nothing.
This is essentially a more elaborate version of Raw's main event this past week.
It is. It's no. Oh yeah.
Fucking tug of war.
It is.
It's like over the title.
This is the replacement for Money in the Bank, which obviously they realized the Money in the Bank ladder matches can't really have. You can't build a story involving 7 people. So let's have qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I would have been fine if they had qualifying matches for an Intercontinental ladder match. At least that way the members of the match sort of seemed like they had credence to actually wrestle for the title.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like, R-Truth steals the title off Bad News Barrett. Well, instead of making him give it back, let's put him in this ladder match. Dean Ambrose, let's put him in this ladder match. He has literally nothing to do with any of these guys. Let's just put him in. Dolph Ziggler, well, he held the IC title. Put him in there. Stardust. No one's going to care about Stardust versus Goldust. Let's put him in this match. Bryan,
that's a big mistake.
Daniel Bryan, sorry kid, nothing for you this year. Put him in this match.
I mean, anyone that doesn't think that Bryan is being marginalized is a flat-out idiot. Mm-hmm. Because Bryan has only pinned, I'm pretty sure, Luke Harper, who gets pinned by everyone. Mm-hmm. I know you don't like that at all.
I don't like that. I love Luke Harper.
I don't like that either. That's all he's pinning. Now, I don't have a problem with Ziggler pinning Bryan.
No, that was a fun match, actually.
But I want there to be, twice. He's pinned him twice.
Oh, I didn't see the other one.
Yeah, he's done it twice. He's done it on SmackDown as well. With a similar shock. Basically the same thing. I feel like either 1, give Bryan his win back, or 2, make it, they're just acting like pinning Bryan. Bryan, it just does not matter anymore. Isn't this amazing? We go from 1 year ago, we're all excited, and now here we are. And people are trying to tell me, oh, it's all part of a long, but he'll be back with the title. Yeah, no, Bryan's done. He's done.
As sad as it is, I totally have to agree with you here. And let's face it, he's now, 34, 35 years old.
Yeah, about that.
I don't ever see him ever getting back to the kind of position he was at last year.
And yet he's still getting pops. They're not as big as they were, but he's still getting pops, I promise. And he's still getting pops, and what I personally believe is a way of positioning the crowd for cheer for one guy, either Ziggler or Bryan, just like they did with Fastlane. Like, oh, you can't all cheer for for Bryan, you can't all cheer for Ziggler, you can't all cheer for Reigns, example. So to me, I feel like they're just basically, they're basically doing that, where Bryan is like, he's still getting good reactions, but they just don't care. And what's even worse is that he'll keep getting merch, right? People will keep buying it, saying, I'm supporting Bryan, but they're not going to do anything with it.
Has Daniel Bryan become the hacksaw Jim Duggan of WWE?
Oh, God.
And by that I mean he's a popular character who gets cheered off him, but they don't really give him anything really meaningful to do.
I'd say he's a bit more accomplished than Jim Duggan, even though Jim Duggan did win at Royal Rumble.
Nah, fuck that. That meant nothing.
Yeah. I think he's above Jim Duggan, but it's kind of like a modern kind of.
No. I mean the rest of his career. Do you think? I mean,
the rest of his career. I don't think it'll be squashed at the level that like Jim Duggan could be, but I still don't think he'll do much. No, I think he'll always be just a solid guy, like a solid B plus.
No, he's not even B plus at the moment.
I think he's a B minus right now.
Yeah, he's probably. Yeah, I think it's B minus.
B minus, not because of his skill, but because of the way they're treating him. They're treating him like he's just a kind of a token. Oh, there's Daniel Bryan. He's liked by the fans. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Daniel Bryan. He's a good fan favorite.
Exactly.
You know, it's what the, yeah.
That's totally. The thing is right now is the hardcore fans who love him.
Bryan's 33.
Oh, 33. Okay, thanks. The hardcore fans who love Bryan have been given what they want, and I have not heard the same sort of vocal, loud voice for Bryan, give him the shot. People seem happy enough.
They've given up.
Yeah, people. The smart marks seem happy to see him get this match. They seem fine with it for some weird reason.
The only reason why they seem fine with it is because it could have been nothing at all. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't this basically no? I mean, I think he'll win this match. Like, it just, I feel like that's just gonna happen. I just feel because the IC title is so meaningless now. Anyway, any idiot could win it.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke Harper, who had 0 going for him last year, won the title somehow. And then lost it back almost immediately.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, Luke Harper won the title. There we go.
Yeah, that wasn't even 6 months ago that he won the title. Yeah, it was nothing. It meant nothing then. It means nothing now. And that's the same thing. Exactly the same thing that will happen whoever wins this match. I'd love to see Bad News Barrett win because maybe then you can make him look like a strong champion, and then maybe then you can start booking him back to the way he was booked before his injury. Huh? Maybe. But probably not. It's Dolph Ziggler or Daniel Bryan winning this match. One of the two.
Oh, yeah, basically.
Most likely Bryan, but you can make a good argument for Ziggler, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Ziggler could win. Ambrose could be a shock one because
I totally forgot he was in this match, by the way.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious? He's dancing with R-Truth. He just likes to have fun.
Oh, and R-Truth is in this match. I forgot he was in there too.
How
many people are in this match?
7 people. Stardust as well.
Stardust. Oh god,
that's a complete waste of time.
What's he doing in this match?
They're somehow not giving him a storyline with Goldust again or something.
At least put Goldust in this match as well if you're gonna put him in there.
I don't understand. I
don't get it at all.
And the thing is, Ambrose has lost every single pay-per-view since the Shield split up. Mm-hmm. By the way.
Oh, and R-Truth hasn't even been on a pay-per-view since the Shield split up. Or before that, actually.
Before that, yeah.
I'm going to guess his last meaningful thing he ever did was
Awesome Truth.
Yeah, Awesome Truth in 2011 when he wrestled against The Rock on that one show.
Yeah, basically.
God damn it. Okay, let's move on to Rusev versus John Cena for the United States Championship. Or what I like to call making John Cena the United States Champion.
Yes.
In a way that will please Americans. Because the only person who they're going to boo more than John Cena is a guy who hates America. And you can't really justify cheering him if you're like just a regular fan who's sitting in the audience. So of course John Cena is going to be the fan favorite going into this match, which is a very strange thing, especially at WrestleMania. So
really depends on this smarkiness. I don't think it'll be 100% unanimous reaction either way.
No, there'll be USA chants all the way.
Yeah.
And John Cena is just, I mean, this is Rusev's shtick by this point, is that whoever he faces is immediately some kind of USA guy. At least John Cena has always been that sort of Marine guy and sort of like for the armed forces and therefore from America. Which is, I mean, it makes more sense John Cena being this guy than say like Big E being the American patriot.
Yeah,
that makes some sense. Obviously, Rusev retained last month at Fastlane by making John Cena submit, so to speak.
Yeah,
and John Cena's been getting like the brunt of all the attacks on Raw. So obviously, John Cena's winning this match. There's no way Rusev is going to win this match. If you thought that, I mean, last year I thought obviously maybe. Bray Wyatt made sense to win against Cena. I mean, that made sense, but this makes no sense for Rusev to win.
I think so.
Not even in his storyline does it make sense for him to win.
No, I would like him to, but it won't.
I'd like him to too, but only from a selfish, smart mark sort of stance. It totally contradicts every single nerve in my body to say that Rusev should win this match because it makes it. I'm more for booking than I'm for outside politics. I'm more interested in a storyline's being built up, and it doesn't make sense for Rusev to win. This is where he should lose, but at the same time, I want him to win. So it's a very awkward position.
Yeah.
But I'm most happy about John Cena getting a sort of mid-card match, though. Again, 2 years in a row. I think that's something that I'm can sort of add something to this match. Is the fact that John Cena again has stood out of the stepped down from the main event spot. Yeah. This match, this is another sort of not so much build up. We know the story by now. It's going to be a fine mid-card match. It's just another addition to the show. And, yeah, I think... do you have anything else to add?
I don't. I think that it could be... Yeah, I'm actually probably will skip this match, if really. I'll probably just check the chance, and that's about it. I don't really care for it at all, just because I know that what the result will be.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is, like, even more predictable than Lesnar Reigns.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the most predictable thing since...
This is... Yeah.
Something. Undertaker Bray Wyatt. What do you think about this match? I'm very torn on this match myself.
Undertaker Bray Wyatt. Oof. This is tough. Because what does it mean for both Brock's streak win, but also the Undertaker's streak if Bray wins and it becomes 21-2? What does it mean?
Oh, if Bray wins this match, the Undertaker is fucked. If Bray wins this match, this is the end for the Undertaker. If Bray wins this match,
and yet on one hand, isn't that a smart way to put a guy over? But on the other hand, is it worth it? Is it worth it?
No, because I mean, if Bray Wyatt wins this match, then what's going to happen is that it'll look like any idiot can beat the Undertaker now.
Mm-hmm.
And Bray Wyatt himself has not had the greatest 12 months. In fact, you could argue he's had a horrible 12 months.
Oh, fucking oath, yes.
If you go, say last year's WrestleMania, after that to now, Bray Wyatt has taken a tumble. He was off television for a good 2 months, even. He hasn't even wrestled a match since, like, Royal Rumble, if I'm correct.
I think you're right.
Like, he beat someone at Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Well,
did he wrestle Daniel Bryan again this year? No. I'm sure he had a match. No, he was in the Royal Rumble match. That's right.
Yeah, he eliminated Bryan.
He had a good showing in the Royal Rumble match. That's right. But it's first of all, Undertaker has not been present at all for the build-up of this. So it's been basically, big. I was gonna say Big E for some reason. I don't know. It's basically Bray Wyatt standing in the middle of the ring talking about like how. He's gonna take the Undertaker and send him to hell or something. Send him to heaven. But something about like Undertaker's soul is in limbo after losing last year, and he's gonna like set his soul free by defeating.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
We haven't even seen the Undertaker at all.
We haven't seen him. I mean, that's something about not seeing the Undertaker until WrestleMania. I think it has its positives and negatives. I think. It makes it seem like such a repetitive thing if Bray Wyatt keeps coming out and maybe on the screen it says, I accept the challenge. Anyone could have programmed that. How do they know it was The Undertaker?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, oh my god, it's Undertaker. We haven't seen him. His entrance is going to be great. There's more of a mystique and aura around his entrance and his appearance at WrestleMania if you don't show him. I think this WrestleMania is the show of no matter what you do, there is no 100% best booking option.
Yeah.
Like if Bray Wyatt wins this match, then okay. Now hear me out here. This is my only conceivable good, like the only conceivable positive I can come up with relies on Brock Lesnar retaining his title. Okay. Now hear me out. Brock Lesnar obviously beat the streak. If Bray Wyatt wins against The Undertaker, then you can build Bray Wyatt up. Maybe turn him face, and at some point have him face Brock Lesnar, and it could be both the guys who beat The Undertaker versing each other. And then there's some kind of story. That's pretty much the only thing I could ever come up with that would make sense if Bray Wyatt wins here.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Undertaker wins here, then Bray Wyatt is just
yeah, like what's the point? Like it's a really...
what's the point in having this match if Bray Wyatt loses? Like, you may as well just stick him in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal if he loses.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like that's pretty much just stick him in the battle royal, have him win the battle royal, whatever. Who cares? If he wins this match against the Undertaker, it does nothing for the Undertaker. It does nothing for Brock Lesnar. It does nothing for anyone. It doesn't even do anything for him, because if he wins here and Undertaker loses twice, then it looks like anyone can beat the Undertaker.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like such a big feat anymore. It's like, whatever. He beat the Undertaker. Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker. I mean, if you were going to have White versus Undertaker and have White win, then you have to keep the streak alive. Doesn't that feel the way without the streak at WrestleMania? It feels like it's just nothing anymore.
I can't really put my finger on exactly how to describe the issue with this, but you've pretty much covered it. But like, what are they like? The what they're trying to push is like the new face of fear, like basically Bray, being like, kind of like taking over the Undertaker in some way or something like that. Firstly, he doesn't have a streak.
Mm-hmm. No, he's lost at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's already lost. Secondly, those days of like Undertaker type characters just simply aren't. I don't think anyone's gonna like ever be like on that level of Undertaker in terms of that mythical thing again. I don't think Bray's even as like mythical as the Undertaker is. So I don't really know what they're doing by giving him a win. Yeah, it's good, but again, you got the Undertaker thing by having 2 losses, but then losing is just like he's back to square one. So I'd say there's no way they can do this good. This is a disappointment either way. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in some weird way. But
I'm interested. It's piqued my interest, but it's.
However, as a match, I don't give a fuck. I basically want to skip to the ending.
No, as a match, it'll probably just be a shit match. Or no, it won't be shit. It'll have some like spooky, like some spooky. Like Undertaker will do his sit up spot. Bray Wyatt will do his spot. Yeah. Whatever. And maybe I can see Undertaker taking Sister Abigail. Actually, I can just picture it in my head how he would take it if he did take it.
Yeah.
I can't actually picture Bray Wyatt taking the Tombstone. Funnily enough, so maybe that's a premonition. This is just another just non-match really. I mean, this has no real story building into it, and this was the year for Undertaker Sting. Actually, no, it wasn't. This was not actually. Yes, it was, but in a way that would have been sensical and you would have planned. Because I actually don't hate Sting vs. Triple H's storyline. I don't hate that.
No, I don't hate it as much as I could have hated it. I think they did a good job building it last night, kind of. Mm-hmm. And just like Bray actually did have a good promo last night.
He did actually. It was a decent promo.
Like that was good, but yeah, again, it's kind of like I'm glad Sting was there one last time, because seriously, otherwise it would have been so many goddamn stories with only one of the guys available: Triple H, Bray, and Reigns. You know what I mean? Just like Heyman's kind of whatever. But oh god, they're lucky. They're very lucky that I'm glad Sting was there, and I think that. I don't know what they're trying to do there. Are they trying to build Sting versus Triple H, or are they trying to do WCW versus WWE? Because like last night it seemed like they were doing, you're WCW's last vestige or whatever. And then other times like, I don't care about WCW. This is about Triple H.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a bit, I don't know what their motivation is lacking. The storyline is not terrible, but it's just the motivation still feels a bit weird.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying now. Sting vs. Triple H has been built up basically since Survivor Series last year. Mm-hmm. Which, obviously has been given some time to work, but I don't totally get what the point of this is.
Yeah.
I understand...
Apart from having a Sting match.
Exactly. I understand that Sting is basically painted as... like Stephanie said, a big fish in a small pond, and now he's like a minnow in an ocean or something, right? I get that. I get the whole, well, he was in WCW as a star there, but he's nothing here, and we're going to make sure he's nothing.
Stupid way to preface a feud, to be honest. But it's
totally false, though, because
it is false.
Sting was a big star before WCW.
Yeah.
He was a big star in NWA, the Georgia Championship. Jim Crockett.
He's been a big star everywhere he's been.
Exactly.
Literally everywhere, even TNA. You know what I mean?
Even TNA. And I'm not totally annoyed that they don't bring up the TNA stuff, because I think that sort of derails the storyline if you bring up TNA.
Kind of, maybe.
Because I just think that's like a pointless aside that adds nothing to the storyline. I think.
But they're blatantly lying. They're saying that where you've been for 14 years, he's been competing. Okay, like you don't have to say you don't have to say he was a TNA. You don't have to say he was a TNA. But I mean, it's a bit insulting. We know better. We all know better. Yeah. Even the kids know. Like he's not been away for 14 years. That's just dumb. I don't know. I don't. No.
Okay. I know what you're saying.
Because if he was away for 14 years, then there's no chance in hell to beat Triple H. No way would you be able to work off 14 years of ring rust.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit, whatever.
But anyway, you know, I get it. If continuity, this story is talking about he was in WCW and he never went to WWE, but now he's finally here and he's causing mischief and chaos. But is he causing it because he genuinely doesn't like Triple H, or is he causing it because he hates that WWE bought out WCW and now he's getting a revenge? Or what's going on here? I don't get it.
What is happening?
But you know what? I don't really care what's happening because it's just I'm excited just to see Sting wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
You know what? It's like when Jeff Hardy performed at Wrestle Kingdom 5.
No, it's not.
It's exactly like it. No, it's nothing like that. But no. Well, in a way, it's kind of like that. It's like having a major star of a company performing at a different thing. So it is similar. Jeff Hardy being in like some other random company is pretty cool. And it's the same thing with Sting. It's like if Sting was just competing in another Bound for Glory, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. But the fact that he's performing at WrestleMania is pretty awesome. Like from a star that you'd never thought would, you know? So.
Exactly. And I don't even hate that it's Triple H versus him because I think Triple H can still go, probably more so than The Undertaker. So therefore, this would probably be a better match than him versus The Undertaker, if you ask me.
That's true.
So I'm not even like, that doesn't bother me. And I think that at the end of the day, obviously Sting wins this match. Yeah, I'd like to see next year Sting versus Undertaker, because if you don't do it then, that is literally your last chance of doing it. Is next year is your last chance.
The question is Sting staying?
Probably.
Well, I don't know.
Wait,
apparently he doesn't have a contract. Apparently this is his last date. Seriously.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
like second to last or something.
Well, I mean, if that comes to it, then what's the point of this match even taking place apart from
just Sting being?
Apart from just I like that, just Sting. That's
And let's be honest, he gets the pop based on that alone. It's Sting. People pop, like, he gets big pops for someone, like, let's be honest, like half that audience wouldn't even know him.
Exactly.
Especially the kids.
Oh, for sure.
But he still gets a massive pop by them because they actually treat him like a big deal. Of course, Stephanie McMahon comes in and emasculates him. Like, I hate that character. It's a complete waste. It's not sexist for me to hate her. I hate her because she's just an emasculating character. She doesn't put anyone over, to be honest, except for fucking Nikki Bella, which is pointless.
Yeah.
But so, you know, like, I don't know. I don't like Stephanie. I don't like Stephanie McMahon. I've said this multiple times. I don't want her in any story. I want her to go back to fucking corporate. I do not like her coming out there and telling Big Show and Kane off, even though I hate those two. Fuck off. You know what I mean? You don't put anyone over. You're pointless. The bit you had with Sting there at the end was just a bit annoying to me. Like that whole promo, like where she's like, "Oh, we should." Like it's Triple H's battle. I know they're trying to push that Triple H is a bit of a coward in this case, but come on, show some balls.
Yeah, I know. But I think they could have just done any story. I'm still somewhat going to be interested in this match. And at the end of the day, I think that's fine. I don't. At least they tried something. At least at least they've given me something. Obviously, they were going to give you something anyway because it's Triple H versus Sting, and it's not like they're going to have a total non-feud with those two guys. And it just doesn't make. It hasn't got the focus that I would have liked it to have.
Yeah.
And yeah, that seems to be about it. So let's just. I mean, I think that's all the matches we had to talk about.
Why is it? Yeah, it is.
I think so. I mean. I'd like to go through and just like succinctly tell you all my predictions, just because. I think that the pre-show tag match will be either the Usos or the New Day. I think Brock Lesnar will lose to Roman Reigns. I think Triple H will lose to Sting. I think Ryback should win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I think Daniel Bryan will win the IC title. I think John Cena will win the US title. I think the Bella Twins will go over Paige and AJ.
What, you reckon?
I think so. I think The Undertaker will go over Bray Wyatt. I just think that'll happen. No, actually, I changed that. I think Bray Wyatt will go over The Undertaker. Just because, like I said, I see Undertaker taking Sister Abigail, whatever. And I see Randy Orton going over Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Your predictions?
My predictions. Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything except I think Mizdow will win. And I think. Wait, who'd you say? Bray and Taker?
I said Bray.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to say that. And then I reckon maybe. I think maybe Ziggler will win the title match. Honestly, I can't predict. All I know is it's either Ziggler, Ambrose, or Bryan.
Yeah.
But basically the same thing, yeah, I'd say.
Basically. So, I mean, that is WrestleMania 31 in a nutshell. And, you know, I'm not totally mad at the way this show's been built up. I'm not. I can't say that it's been the worst build up in history. I mean, there's been a hell of a lot more I care about in this than, say, WrestleMania 29, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Where I cared about pretty much zero in that show.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it feels like this is the WrestleMania of a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah. Really.
Particularly to do with the main event, because
it's awful.
They dropped the ball on so many occasions with building up the main event. Stardust versus Goldust should have been a match. I can't emphasize this enough. That should have been a match on this show. That would have been a fine mid-card match. I think you should have given Dean Ambrose more to do. You should have given Daniel Bryan more to do. You should have given Dolph Ziggler more to do. I think I'm happy enough that there's an IC title match on the show, but it's just a nothing match.
Yeah, it doesn't accomplish much really, except for, hey, what's another way we can emasculate what's his name?
Bad News Barrett.
Bad News Barrett, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only two things I think they've done actually decently: Sting vs. Triple H and the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
And even then, that's not saying that.
Even still, I have no desire to even watch it live.
I can't watch it live.
Yeah, that's true. You can't. I don't really want to get the network again because I cancelled the network.
So you're just going to pay $60 to watch it, eh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Of course you will.
I'm definitely not going to try and find like a pub to watch it or something.
Oh, yeah, are you actually going to do that?
I might. I don't have uni on Monday, so I might actually try and find some kind of free screening. Or maybe even $5 screening.
Go to the cinema. Like, they show them at cinemas.
Yeah, I might do that.
I would do that if I were you.
I might do that and just be a complete cock. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like one of the only smarks there, probably. Actually, do you reckon it'd be Smark Central?
Of course there's Smark Central.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
I was very nearly going to go watch Night of Champions 2012 at one of those.
Oh wow!
But
I'll see. I'll have a look because I don't want to give. I don't want to give the WWE any money because they this build alone they don't deserve it. They don't deserve the money. They don't even deserve $10. I don't think. But yeah, we'll have to see.
Well, I mean, if I were you, take along your like student card and get maybe a $6 ticket to go see it at.
I would not have a problem with that. I would love to eat popcorn while watching wrestling.
Yeah, in an acceptable environment to eat popcorn.
In an acceptable. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this has gone on for a while. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, yeah, I think we've.
What do you think?
I think we've
Let us
clearly
know.
Identified our thoughts on the show. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. I'd love to hear what you guys think about Daniel Bryan's situation this year, and you know
there's probably another podcast we could probably do about that, even though we've covered a lot. But there's actually a lot of little tidbits I wanted to discuss, but that's probably not appropriate for this pod. And isn't that funny? Daniel Bryan is not the focus.
No, I mean
when he was last year.
Exactly.
Big shame, but yeah, we will be back. I reckon it'd be good to get this is the first one we've done all year.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to make this a bit more of a regular basis.
Yeah, me too.
I did enjoy it. So.
We were overseas for a while, and we were just like, you know,
everyone's busy and shit.
Busy, but now I think we can get back into this, and we'll be back next week with our post WrestleMania 31 show. So stay tuned for that. But until then, for CrystalFissure, I've been Nintendogen64. Farewell for now, but not forever. Goodbye.